thank God, most days are mundane, right? Day after day, it's mundane. Thank God, right? We take our kids to school, they come home safely, they have a meltdown, everybody goes to bed. It's all good, right? And that happens day after day after day. With housewives, part of the reason they have to get the women in the room together and, be in one person's ear, they have to manufacture this because your normal life isn't that dramatic. So
Yeah.
I say that, but it's hard to create that. It's pretty hard to create that. That's why they need time.
You know what I'm curious about?
What?
What is all this chitter chatter? Rinna's got a bunch of mortgages on the house over here.
What do you make of this? What do you make of this? And also, you and I were saying, does their house look like it's gotten really dumpy? I mean, what's going
Honey.
on? Okay, this is the Sun. The Sun breaks a lot of true stories. So the Sun is reporting that Rinna and Harry have over $4 million out in mortgage against their home. And the latest mortgage for $900,000 was taken out just a few months ago. Not a lot of people are refinancing their homes right now because the interest rates are bananas. So that makes me a little like, I think they did it in 2018, 2019. That makes more sense because the interest rates were so low. So it's like, why not, take the equity in your home? But like, what are they up to?
I mean, do we have two other people again? And I don't even think two. I think, do we have one woman who is living way above her means? I mean, is that what we have here?
God, Rinna did not strike me as that person at all. Does she to
Well,
you?
you know what it is? Here's the thing. Look, does Rinna get more of a hookup with brands than Dorit? Sure. But what is Rinna's clothes? I mean, what is off the runway that she gets from going to Paris Fashion Week, and what is being given to Rinna versus what she buys? Because the outfits cost a lot that the girl is wearing. So, I mean, does she have a stylist that she's renting it all and she wears it and sends it back? Or, I mean, that's where to me, and she stays in nice hotels. And so, I mean, but that's not, I mean, she makes a salary. So I don't know. I mean, I get what you're saying. Listen, the house the house. I mean, everyone look at Sonya's a fucking mess. That Grey Gardens from that fucking townhouse, girl. That shit is like, I mean, that's scary. What I've seen, oh my God. But Rinna's shit, did you see these pictures of like her office? She was bragging about her office. Her office is, everyone go and Google Lisa Rinna's office.
It
I
looks
mean,
really like a hoarder.
it's as cluttered as the woman's brain. Do you know what I mean? It's like, have you seen, it's like a mess. And then the whole house inside to me needs a complete redo. It is like power to them for loving their home and just existing in a nice home atmosphere. Look, I think her backyard with that view is great. It backs up, I think, against Runyon Canyon, but
Yeah.
it's like the inside of that house is a horror to me. That's like a tear down, girl. I'm not trying to be mean. It's a tear down. I'm trying to be nice. I'm not trying to be a troll. I'm trying to be positive. I love my Lisa Rinna.
They've owned the home for 20 years. Harry built it. I actually think Nicolette Sheridan, she refused to live there. So he really moved out before returning once his relationship with Lisa Rinna started. Harry built the house so that they don't have to take off their shoes, Lisa explained. I'm not sure what that means. I wanted to build
you have to take off your shoes in this house. I think because you can eat off my fucking floor. I think it means like you don't have to take off your shoes. Like come in, take a shit in the middle of the living room, let the dogs run all over. I think it's like a wild house. I mean, people say that's a warm home. I mean, no, thank you. I'd rather have a cold space. No, thanks. I'm not. And why you're taking out all these mortgages, you're not just taking it out unless you need the money, right? I mean, let's just boil this down. Why else would you do it? You have better rate, to your point. There's no better rates these days.
You're a businessman. I mean, the thing is maybe they're investing in companies. That's what I'm thinking, right? Because Ken and Lisa Vanderpump have been notorious for this, right? They're, what is it, Villa Rosa? Is that what their mansion's called?
Yeah.
I mean, they've done something like 15 million or something in mortgages over the years. So they're doing that to put collateral up, most likely, I'm speculating here, on restaurants and stuff like that. So are Harry and Lisa investing in things, buying other properties we don't know about? And that's why they're because they've owned the home over 20 years. I mean, I'm sure they own it well, they have mortgages now, but they probably owned it outright.
It all makes me nervous. I mean,
Does
I would just never be able to
does
live
it?
like, I don't know. I don't know.
I think a
I don't
lot of
know.
people leverage. I,
Is Rinna broke or is this just business? I don't know.
I'm not sure either. I was surprised the latest one because who the fuck is like refinancing now? I mean, the interest rates are bananas. So, but again, maybe they have so much money. They're like, we'll take this out. We want to invest in this company. We're going to make all the money back and the gamble's worth it. It's hard to know. I mean, maybe they're business geniuses and they're investing with Mauricio and buying a Malibu place. And
You know who I think is thirsty?
who?
I think this Taylor Armstrong. I think she's a little thirsty, bitch. This Taylor Armstrong from the OC. RHOBHX.
What are you talking about? She's bisexual.
Yeah,
She's in a
that's what I'm-
5-year relationship with a woman before. Who was the guy that she was married to there that was
Russell.
such a whack job? Russell. Before Russell, 5 years with a woman, and she doesn't publicize it. I don't know what you're talking about, David. She doesn't publicize it, but she will fall in love with a person.
So, I mean, now that Chriselle Staus is like, makes headlines every day because she's married to G, and it played out on this past season of Selling Sense. Like, really? So, who is this girl? Where is this girl? Can you find her, Sarah? I'll go call Bo Dietl and hire him to find this woman and bring her on the damn podcast. Like, all of a sudden, really, is this really true? All of a sudden, 20 years into the fucking franchise, she's done hundreds of thousands of interviews. She's done interviews. She's been on this podcast for 2 interviews. All of a sudden, that you just, now that you're back on the OC, which you've tried forever to get back on Housewives, like now we reveal you're bisexual. Who is this woman? This 5-year, I'm asking, I would really like somebody to tell me who she is. I would like to speak to her.
I would too. I do not see a name in the post story.
Oh, what a shocker. There's no name listed. Oh,
so you think it's made up?
I mean, I'm sorry. I do. Guess what, Sarah? I'm bisexual, and I've had a relationship with a woman 5 years ago too, or for 5 years before. Just right.
Wait, have you ever made out with a woman at all? You haven't.
I had a girlfriend in high school, bitch, and I'm still friends with her. Shout out to Jennifer Wayne.
Did you guys ever like do anything though?
Honey, we kissed and we did some other stuff, but nothing major, girl. Nothing major.
I went to women's college. I've made out with a woman too.
See, honey, you probably have done more with women than I have.
I have. I've been fingered too by a woman, and it was fine. It was fine, but
I never did that.
You know how you get the sense, like if you're gay or straight based on experimentation, right? Don't you? I mean, you probably felt nothing. Like I love women, but I didn't feel anything. I was like, yeah, okay.
I feel that's why I'm not even going to go there because then everyone thinks I'm woke and I'm not fucking woke. And yes, I say that word as if it's something